Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm creating a layout for the My Creative Scrapbook design team. I am using the absolutely gorgeous August main kit. Now if you haven't seen my unboxing, I will leave a link to that video down below in the description box. Let's get started. I've got two photos of my son Logan that I want to document today, and for his 28th birthday, he thought it'd be cool to run 28 miles. He is preparing for an ultra race at the end of July, and so this was to document that. So the only thing I knew going into this layout is that I wanted to use these cute stickers that say mile 2 and mile 8, and my idea is to have the 28 on the page. Now I love the design on this page, so I think I want to use this pattern paper. But the other part is kind of plain, so I'm thinking that maybe I can bring in my paper trimmer and cut this on a diagonal and have the map for one side and then the diagonal for the other side. Now I left this footage in here. It's super embarrassing. I can't figure it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this with my scissors. So we're okay up until this point. But then when I go to flip the paper over, then you'll notice I'm like, it doesn't match up and I just cannot figure it out. So I do end up pausing the camera and we're gonna have to pivot. But I left this in here so you could see where my mind was thinking originally and how I had to pivot when that design did not work. All right, so here we go. I'm like, all right, it should go back together, right? It's not going back together. I've got this funky, not 12 by 12 page, and I'm like, it didn't make sense in my brain. I don't know why, but now I can look back and laugh at it. But at the time, when I was creating this layout, I was very frustrated because I really wanted that map paper to be the other portion of my layout. So right here, I'm going to pause the camera, think about this for a moment, and think about how I can fix this because it's not working. And I will speed up the video just a little bit as well, so you don't have to watch this in real time and all of my struggles. So there we go. Yep, it goes back together. So here's where I decided I really like this pattern paper. It's got the green, and I think that'll look nice. And in the end, I'm really happy that I chose the green. It wouldn't be my go-to. I usually like more white space on a layout, but I love the way it ends up looking. Now on that green paper, I did fussy cut one of the images that was on one of the pattern cards there. So that's why there was like a little hole on the back of that. I could have maybe saved a little bit more paper, but you saw my struggle with when I tried to cut that down. I didn't want to go through that again, so I'm going to leave this paper intact and we will go from there. Now I'm using my liquid glue because I'm kind of thinking maybe I should stitch on those stripes. I think that would be cute. I'm going to try dry fitting some of the embellishments. I think the mountain would look really cool up here. And then I really don't know what else I want to do from that. So I'm going to have to let the embellishments kind of guide me as I go. The reason I put the mountains up there is because I wanted to see how I wanted to map my photos, and so I put a little bit of a larger mat around my focal photo and then a smaller mat around my supporting photo. Here I'm thinking I might want to use this You Are Here geotag. I don't end up using it, but I did cut it out here thinking that I was going to use it on this layout. So I'm going to go ahead and distress the edges. I do like the edges distressed. In fact, I did go ahead and distress the photo mats as well, and I think that's the only distressed pattern paper here. But at first I thought, well, that's kind of cute, but then it was the same height, and so I didn't like that. If it would have been maybe smaller or different size, I would have liked it, but I'm going to set it there for now. I am going to pull out what originally inspired me to create this layout, and that is the number 28. And so Logan is getting ready to run an ultra run, and this was actually 28 miles for his 28th birthday, his first 14,000 foot mountain, his first ultra, and he did have some struggles on this day. And I loved his post that he made about this on social media and just talking with him. You know, he wasn't sure he was going to be able to finish it. He did deal with a little bit of altitude sickness. He called his wife. They talked through it. He changed his route, and she was able to pick him up somewhere along the route so that he could finish his 28 miles because that was his goal. He comes up with these crazy goals. All right, back to the layout for a moment. So I do want to do the stitching. I don't have a lot of embroidery floss. The ones I have are so old, but I did find some colors here that I think might work. So I've pulled a few out and I'm just laying them on the pattern paper to see which I like better. So I'm thinking maybe a darker green for the bottom. I think I got the others ironed out, but that top one, I wasn't sure if I wanted to go lighter, more of a mid-tone. So here's what I've pulled out, and voila, I went ahead and finished that stitching off camera. I'm glad I took the time to do that. It's not often that I do it, but in the end, I always love the way it looks. So here I did my journaling, and what I do is I bring up a text box on a Pages document, and then I type up, I measure it to the size of my tag there, and then I use this Avery clear label and, type my journaling in the text box and then print it on this Avery clear label. Then I'm able to peel off the paper and stick it down onto the tag. So it looks like my journaling, it's kind of professional and like printed on the tag, even though, it's just a sticker. So I love doing that. I don't do it as often as I used to. I'm more into like strip journaling now. But with this design, I thought that the tag would work nicely. And I know I want to bring in that twine that was included in the kit this month. So included, or maybe it's called jute. I think it's called jute, but either way, it's like a twine. And it was included in the kit, and so I want to wrap that around my tag. So here is that jute, and this is not my normal style of embellishing this tag. I saw one of my fellow crafters on YouTube, and I didn't write down who it was, but I thought this was the coolest idea. She took her twine and just wrapped it around like 3 or 4 times, and so just so it gave, a little bit of something to the tag, but without having like, crazy ends or anything. She just cut off the ends, and so it was just wrapped around there. And so I really like that. Here I kind of struggled to get it through there. I ended up having to get a pokey tool, and poke that through there, but it did work. But I like that because I felt like a bow or something would be a little more feminine, and I was trying to go for a masculine look, so I really like that. So this was the Quandary Mountain in Colorado. So Logan and Chloe live in Utah, but her parents so his in-laws live in Colorado, and they went to visit them for the 4th of July weekend. And on July 5th, he did this mountain hike. What I was really surprised about is when I looked at his Strava time. So I love how he puts that on his photos. I'm gonna have to ask him how he does that. But he put his Strava information on his photo, and it says 8 hours and 41 minutes. Like, I can't even imagine hiking and running for 8 hours and 41 minutes. Like, that makes me tired just thinking about it. I put a little bit of foam on the top of my photos just to give them a little dimension. I don't want any foam on the bottom because I know I'm going to have some embellishments down there and things are going to be overlapping. So I just have that foam on the top. Now I am working with my Glassboard Studio glass mat, and so it's magnetic. This is the scrapbooking size, and so I added these little pawns on top of my photo just to hold it in place, to kind of hold it down. It's just like me pressing it down, but it gives it a little bit of pressure. Now if you're ever interested in getting a glassboard mat like mine, you can go to their website. I'll leave some information linked down below, and you can use my code Melissa, and it will save you, I believe, 15%, which is a great deal. They not only have the glass mats, but they have the little accessories that go with them. All right, and if you're not already a kit subscriber on My Creative Scrapbook, when you add my name, Melissa, they will send you a free gift. So that's always awesome. All right, so I've decided on a few things. I want my title to be Go Rome, which is perfect, and the little mountains at the top. And then here's my 28. So that is all I knew that I wanted to do when I started with this is I wanted some mountains and I wanted this 28 down here. And I thought that was a great use of those mile markers because when I first saw those, I'm like, what am I going to do with these? Like mile 1, mile 2. But I love that I was able to use those as his, I mean, he ran 28 miles, but also it signifies his 28th birthday, which is so cool. I still can't believe that I have a 28-year-old. Like, how is that even possible? I'm 28. Do you guys ever think that way? All right, so I found another little mountain, and so I want to build another embellishment cluster down here. I like that little bear. I can imagine bears maybe in the mountains, or I associate bears with that area. So I'm going to add a bear, and we don't always have to be so literal when we're scrapbooking. I'm trying to break out of my shell here and not be always so literal. So I put a little bit of foam on the bottom of the mountains here, this mountain embellishment. So that way it's just at the, it'll kind of lay flush against those layers of pattern paper. Then I can tuck like this little bear in and things like that. So I'll set that aside. Let's see what else. So I'm going to look through my embellishments. There's my 28. I thought about that little camping thing, but I want to bring some more color. I want to bring that peachy color down. So this little ticket says the open road. So that's perfect because it brings a little bit more of that color down. So now we're getting, colors a little more equal here. There's the green with the bear. Now I need a little bit of that red tone. So I'm going to look for that. So here is an arrow, and I thought, you know what? What about if I use 3 arrows in 3 different colors to bring a little more color and kind of point to the 28? And I like the way that looks. So I'm going to glue those down. This kit has surprised me so much. So this is my first layout using this kit. And spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you, I have already created, at the time I'm doing this voiceover, 4 layouts with this kit. And I have used every single piece of pattern paper. I only have a few scraps left. So when that happens, that really tells me how much I love a kit. So I ended up loving this kit without even knowing it at first. And so I'm super excited about that because I love when I use all the paper. Now, I use tons of embellishments too, but surprisingly enough, I still have some left. So I put a little bit of foam on the back of this bear, and I thought that bear, and I thought maybe this tree, I'm not crazy about the tree, so I'm not going to stick that down, but I love the bear. I'm kind of making a little scene down here, right? This would be cool, but it's kind of big, and it brings too much to the right side. Oh, here's that little, like, rust color that I was looking for in another ticket. It has a sun on it. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that one down, and I love that now I have all of the colors over here in this cluster. And so now I'm going to play, I think that radio looks kind of good, but I don't like the size of it. Like something looks off to me on the size. And I like this little tree embellishment. I think that I need something between the bear, the photo, and the tag there, but I just don't know what it is yet. I'm kind of moving some of these die cuts around, auditioning them in different places. Not totally crazy about it. So when I'm not totally crazy about it, that's when I know it's probably not right, and then I should look for something else. Still going back to putting that tree there, and now I decided that, oh, I know what it needs over here, and I love the shape and the size of it. This heart, and it has like a mountain scene, and I think that's perfect, and it's got all the colors in it, so that's super cute. Here I'm looking for something to go right there between the bear, the tag, and the photo. So I'm going to pull in the sticker sheet, see if there's something on there. And I found this sticker that says, "Let's Wander," and I love that. So I put that down. I still think I need something over here on the left-hand side, and laying upside down on my desk was this cute little tent. And that's exactly what that needed. It's kind of a different shape. It's a different size. It's the yellow color. So I love that. So I'm getting super happy with this layout. In fact, I think I'm done now. So I am going to add some sequins and we'll put those on. At first I didn't think I needed them, so I'm showing you the layout, but then I go back and add the sequins, 3 in the upper left, you know, some on the left hand side at the bottom, and then some on the right. And then so here's the sequins. They're a Catherine Pooler mix, and they've kind of like got different goldy tones, which I thought looked great. And then off camera, I do go in and add the word adventure sticker to the bottom, and I think it just finishes it off. But I did that off camera, so you'll have to see my still shots. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. And if you don't follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me there too. Thanks for watching. Bye.